The Battle of Franklin, fought on the 30th of November, 1864, was a key encounter in the Western theater of the American Civil War. Confederate General John Bell Hood led his battered Army of Tennessee northward, aiming to reclaim the state from Union control. Despite exhaustion and hunger, Hood's 39,000 men marched relentlessly through harsh winter conditions, determined to recapture Nashville and open the way to Kentucky and beyond. Hood, wounded and seeking a crucial victory, hoped this campaign would revive the collapsing Confederate cause. Union forces, commanded by Major General John M. Schofield, outnumbered by 60,000 in the region but divided, retreated strategically to the town of Franklin, where they dug in behind strong earthworks by the Harpeth River. On the 30th of November, Hood resolved to launch a massive frontal assault against these prepared Union defenses, ordering about 20,000 Confederate soldiers to cross 2 miles of open ground under heavy fire, a daring but deadly decision. The assault opened with Confederate troops charging across the fields with fervor, breaking the Union lines at one critical gap at Columbia Pike and capturing artillery, but brutal and desperate hand-to-hand combat soon extracted a terrible toll. Many Confederate officers and soldiers were killed or wounded, including General Patrick Cleburne. Despite initial gains, Confederate forces were ultimately repelled by fresh Union reinforcements, and General Hood's reserves failed to turn the tide. By nightfall, the assault was called off, leaving nearly 30% of Hood's attacking force casualties, crippling the Confederate command. The next morning, Schofield's Union army quietly withdrew to Nashville, leaving behind a devastated battlefield. The Confederate Army of Tennessee was gravely weakened, paving the way for their defeat at the Battle of Nashville weeks later. The Battle of Franklin stands as one of the bloodiest and most tragic battles of the war's final stage. It illustrated the desperation and sacrifice of the Confederate forces and the devastating human cost of Hood's aggressive tactics. The steady encroachment of Union forces into Tennessee and beyond in late 1864 marked a turning point, as the Southern Confederacy's last hopes faded with the fall of Franklin and the impending loss at Nashville. Ultimately, the battle symbolized the grim reality of the Civil War's final chapters, a deadly contest where valor met tragic losses and the fate of a nation hung in the balance.